and gents, right, I'm coming to show you another book fold. It's quite a very easy book fold and it's for Christmas. It's a very simple pattern. There are lots and lots of videos and tutorials out there. So you may well have seen how to do it, you may not have done it. I really wanted to have a go because I haven't done one myself. And I just wanted to add it to my list of book folds. My book folding videos have been quite popular. So I just wanted to add this very basic Christmas themed one. And it's going to be a candle, a Christmas candle. So you just pick a book, any book. I find for this one, well, in my opinion, a paperback is easier because you need to remove the covers. And paperback book is always just easy because you just rip them off. I get my books from the charity shop. I think I paid about 50p for it. So they've all been read and loved. None of them are valuable, so it doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is just quickly remove the front and back cover. And then, depending on whose tutorials you follow, I've seen some over on Newbie Book Folding and Patterns on Facebook. I've seen some on Pinterest. They say between 90 and 180 pages. So I suppose it just depends how thick your paper is and how much of a fold you want. Now this is quite thick paper, so I'm going to remove, let me see, I'm going to do about 100 pages. I think will be enough. Let me see, where's 100? Let me have a look. Maybe not, maybe a bit more. Let me see. Right, so there's about 100. Now I'm going to go on the top side, which is 180 pages, because it's quite a tall book this. You can select any height, thickness, whatever of book you want. Right, so there's about 180. If I find that I'm getting where my folds are too thick to manage, I'll just remove some more pages. So I'm just going to page 180 and I'm just literally just going to remove practically half of the book. If you just get your knife and just score down the crease. If it's a very cheaply bound with just glue, it will come apart easily. I'm not going to waste that because I might be able to do another fold with that, so I'll put that to one side. Okay, so now what you need to do is you need to put a little niche in your book here so that you can put a little candle in. Okay, when you've folded it, you'll be able to slap one of these little tea lights in. So, the measurements that I have read are around 2 centimetres by 2 centimetres. So I'm going to measure 2 centimetres down, put a mark, and 2 centimetres across, and put a mark. And just draw myself a little square. Doesn't matter if it's not exactly perfect. And then you need to remove that little square in that far corner. It is the top corner where the spine is. Depending on how I do my video, sometimes I flip them so that they're kind of, so you can see what I'm doing, which means if it's flipped, that this hand here, when it's flipped, shows as being my right hand when in fact it's my left hand. You can always tell which is my left because it's got my engagement ring on. So just depending on which way I do the video, either way, this is your top corner nearest to your spine, and you're going to just remove it. And I'm just going to use a blade. Please be careful. I've got a cutting mat. It's not massively sharp, this blade. And I'm just going to, just repeatedly, just slice it. Very carefully. Please be careful. You don't have to use a blade. You could remove it with scissors. Whatever cutting instrument you want to use, just be careful, okay? So I'm just going to remove that. Just go in a few times until you get down to your cutting mat. And then I'm just going to go on the other way. Just going to go and saw the spine ever so slightly just to aid me with my cutting. If you do have problems with strength in your hands, you know, get somebody to do it for you. but you do need this little niche if you want to put an actual flickering candle in the top of it. Oops, sorry, banging the... there we go. So that's it, that's removed. Now that's a little... that's quite cute actually. You could make a little book charm out of that. I'm going to save that because the spine's still there, it's still glowed, and I can use that for something else. Right, so there we go. So you've got this little niche missing here, and when it's completely folded, that will sit your little flickering candle in. Okay, a little battery operated one. I think the battery's going on this one, but I'll get another. So the fold is quite simple. There's 3 folds in this candle, and it will make the narrow candle. If you want a fatter candle, just do the first 2 folds, okay? So the first fold, you get in your corner there, and you're going to, whereas with a lot of folds you fold straight to the spine, here you fold in to where that niche has been cut. So you're lining that up there, and you're going straight in a triangle there. I'm going to use my boom folder. So we're doing that fold first. That's the first fold, okay? Now, if you want it to be nice, even folds, take a bit of care over it and a bit of time over it, and try and get them all as similar as you can. And that way you'll have a nice, neat fold. So your second fold, you're getting this short edge here, and you're going to go straight across to the spine. And flush with the bottom of the book. So it's a straight fold, and again score. Now if you want a fatter candle, that's where you stop. You go into your next page and you fold in the same way. If you want a much slimmer, narrower candle, sometimes it's nice to make a cluster of a few different ones and different heights and put them together. So if you want the narrower candle, you go on to the 3rd fold, which is taking this long edge and folding again right over to the spine. Okay, so nice and straight against the spine. I'm still quite slow at folding. Some of the book folders that, you know, do it and they make them to sell, or they do them all of the time, will probably be a lot faster at this than me. So that's your first fold, and that's what it will look like. Can you see the shape there? So this will end up being your little niche, and you will fold, and you will fold the whole book, or the whole of the pages that you're using that I've removed. As I say, I've gone up to 180, so I'll do the fold again. So again, this top corner, and you're folding down to this edge of this niche here in a right angle. Try and keep it straight, so that then that looks like it's a nice neat square, and that's a nice neat right angle. Okay, that's coming in. Then you fold this short edge right up to the spine and flush with the bottom of the book. I'm going to use my bone folder. That's not quite flush up to there. If you think it's not quite flush, just go do it again, it doesn't matter. And then fold the long edge up to the spine again. It's my bit fingers and thumbs today. Quite thick pages on this book. So there we go. And again, you start developing the shape with the niche cut out there. I'll just do it one more time and hopefully a little bit faster. So you're going straight down into a right angle against the edge of your niche. Straight as you can. Fold. Straight across to the middle, to the spine, and fold. And again straight to the middle of the spine, and fold. And that's all there is to it. You just keep on going all the way around. I'll come back when I've done all of the folds. Right, this is my finished book fold. Oh, my camera looks a bit wonky. Hold on a minute. There you go. So this is what it's like when it's finished all the way around, and then you've got your niche at the top to put your little battery operated light, which I've got here. I need to go get some more actually because it's not flickering very good. So if you do them in a few sizes and put them in a cluster on your table, on your Christmas dinner table or on your fireplace, they're going to look amazing. I have decorated this one. I did film it, but I got interrupted. So I'm editing this bit in and I'm afraid it's already done. What I've done is I've got a very wide burlap here. This is the remainders of it. I've got a wide burlap. It's very inexpensive and I just thread the edges. You just literally pull it to pieces like that, and I've just wrapped it round, and then I've layered over the top with another lace. You can do it with any lace, anything that you fancy. I just had that one close to hand, and I've just tacked it with hot glue, and I just think that using fabric and lace on your book folds is a nice touch. I think it adds a softness to the paper and to the book fold, and I think the more that you mix things with your book folds, you know, the prettier results you're going to achieve. I've done this little picture here myself. I've printed the image from Pinterest, absolutely free. It's on my about page on my Facebook. There is a link to my Pinterest. If you go on my Pinterest, I've got a board that says vintage images. You're more than welcome to go on, and you just literally click them and save them, or save them to your desktop and then print them. Go to print, and then there's normally a function on any print that says how many you want on a sheet. If you're not very good at resizing, just say you want 6 or 9 on a sheet and it'll print them out quite small. I printed that out just on printer paper, and then I layered it onto just normal cardstock that I had lying about. And I just distressed the edges with some Tim Holtz Victorian Velvet distressing, and then I've layered it on some Tim Holtz Craft Core, which is a coloured paper, but then when you distress the edges or emboss on it or scratch the surface, the colour comes off to show the craft core behind it. And so I've just literally got a piece of that, a similar size to my photo, and then I've just ripped all the way around the outside to make it look really shabby, and I've creased it and then straightened it back out again, and then just popped my image on using foam tape. I don't use pop dots, I find them expensive, so I buy this foamy tape from the pound shop or from the range, and then you can cut it out how you want, and you can use that the same way you use pop dots. I've then added these poinsettia flowers that I did make myself. I have got a video on it, and this was using a free dye in a paper crafting magazine, and I think it looks really, really pretty. So that's my finished one. That's how I've decorated it, incorporating lace and material and paper and a lovely image. So give it a whirl, see what you can do. As I say, make a few, put them together, and they also make awesome presents. Thanks for watching, bye for now.